One of the things you have to do as a marketer is you have to come up with ideas. You need to brainstorm, specifically when we're talking about coming up with questions that we need to answer when we're thinking about an audience that has a problem. What are they thinking and how can we help them by answering the questions that pop up in their head about the problems they have, and then we can create content to help them solve that problem. Now, inside of ChatGPT, over at OpenAI, they have this prompt: create interview questions. The prompt reads, create a list of 8 questions for my interview with a science fiction author. So what if I was to take this prompt and just flip it a little bit and tell ChatGPT to create a list of 8 questions that a person might ask about how to make money online? This is me brainstorming with ChatGPT. And you could do the same thing inside of ChatGPT. You can have these brainstorming questions, and you can literally, in this case, interview a newbie that is looking to make money online. And then as you can see, it came up with 8 questions. So I dove in a little deeper, again, brainstorming with ChatGPT. Give me an answer for number 1. Sure, here are some of the best ways to make money online. Then it gives me a list of 8 ways to make money online. I can continue with this brainstorming question or session by asking more questions. But at this point, I want to give you a little more depth into the brainstorming session that you can have with ChatGPT. Over at GitHub, awesome ChatGPT prompts, all the links for everything I talk about in the description. You can head over and you can see these prompts, act as. And then there's a whole list of them here. But what you want to do is you want to focus in on the function of act as. I want you to act as an English translator, spelling corrector, and improver. Then you give it further instructions. But the main focus of this prompt is you're telling or you're asking ChatGPT to act as a certain person. And then based on the input that you're going to give it or the questions that you're going to ask it, it's then going to reply as that person. So real quick, back over to ChatGPT. I want you to act as a person that lives in a small apartment in a city or in the city and wants to get a puppy, but never owned a dog. Answer with the word cat if you understand. This is just simply to let it come back and say that it understands the input. But I think you see the big picture here, or the big idea. ChatGPT is now going to act as a person that lives in a small apartment, that's never owned a dog, but wants to get a puppy or is thinking about getting a puppy, and they have certain questions. Then you move on. What top 5 questions do you have about getting a puppy as a pet? Then it gives you 5 answers here, or 5 questions that ChatGPT, acting as that person that lives in a small apartment that wants to get a puppy, the questions they have, brainstorming ideas and thinking about the questions that the audience is going to have, and then you can give the solution for these problems. Of course, these are pretty generic in my opinion, except for this one, and this is where you can see ChatGPT really shining through and acting as the person you ask it to act as. Because it actually said, what breed of puppy is best suited for my small apartment and lifestyle? The fact that I live in the city. Can you give me questions, or can you give me more questions about question number 2? Again, remember, you're talking to ChatGPT, but ChatGPT is acting as that person in the small apartment. Sure, here are some possible questions related to question number 2. What breed of puppy is best suited for my small apartment or lifestyle? What are the size and energy levels required for a puppy that will be comfortable living in my small apartment? Should I consider a specific breed or mix? Are there breeds that are known to have a higher tendency to bark more or be more vocal because they live in an apartment? They live in a small apartment in the city. The dog's going to bark a lot. You think that might aggravate their neighbors? I think so. Then it moves into other questions here about veterinarians as well as grooming their pet. And again, this is inside of ChatGPT, but ChatGPT also has a new counterpart, or has a new place where you can actually ask it questions over at Bing. Inside of Bing Chat now is powered by AI. So what if we were to take this question or this brainstorming session over to Bing and ask, what breed of puppy is best suited for my small apartment and lifestyle? And then once you ask ChatGPT inside of Bing, the new ChatGPT powered AI assistant over at Microsoft Bing, it's going to actually ask this question, but it's connected to the internet. It's going to give you real references of people where they've answered this question, or people have asked this question, the question has been answered, or people are creating content just like you to answer this question. And you can go and find out the answers to these questions because you started with the brainstorming session inside of ChatGPT and simply had the AI act as that person that is looking to purchase a dog or get a puppy, but lives in an apartment, doesn't know anything about owning a dog, but has very specific questions that will pop up as they really start thinking, yes, I really want to do this. I really want to get a dog, but I have these questions. What are these questions that I have? What are the questions that are going to be asked? What content do I need to create as the affiliate marketer or as the marketer creating a product to solve this problem? And that's the power of AI. And it's just one of the amazing ways that I think really opens up a whole new world for us as content creators and marketers. And I wanted to share that with you. If it was helpful, give this video a thumbs up. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments and I'll talk to you later. Bye.